So what about the standardized work, okay, for making decisions that again, it's a common thinking pattern that we want to employ throughout the company so that we're using we have the relevant, reliable information, but are we thinking about it in the same way? So the plan, do, check, act, or plan, do, check, adjust methodology, that is the scientific method. Some of you may be familiar with this. It's the foundation for lean problem solving. It's the foundation for continuous improvement. So what we want to do is incorporate PDCA into decision making. So again, what's the plan? Okay, we have a problem, a business problem or a business opportunity that we want to analyze. What's our current state box score? That's the relevant and reliable information that we need. What's the most up-to-date box score that we have? Performance measures, capacity, and financial performance. The third piece is what's the economic impact of the decision? That's what we want to understand. What are the possibilities? The do step is we want to calculate the incremental change to the box score, and we want to create a future state. So, if you look at each line item in the box score, you have to consider what's going to happen based on the time frame of the decision. Is the future state box score better than the current state box score? That's what we want to determine. And then if the future state box score is better, how do we execute the decision? What's the plan to make this decision a reality? If the future state box score is not better than the current state, do we continue this process, change our assumptions, look at things differently, or do we just say, hey, this decision we should not go forward with this decision? So this is the thinking cycle that we want to incorporate. Now, one effective way, we have the tool of the box score, numbers. One effective way to focus decision makers on this thinking process is what I call the coaching questions. And so I'm just going to put these 6 sort of questions, that, if these questions are asked and considered, I'm not saying that, every decision is going to impact each one of these aspects of performance, but you have to consider it. So, is there an impact on demand and or sales? Is there an impact on actual costs, up or down? Is there an impact on the variable costs and the contribution margin? Is there an impact on capacity, impact on operating performance, impact on cash? If you ask these 6 questions in any analysis and you have a box score, you're going to reach a good decision. You're considering the relevant, reliable information over the time frame of the decision, and you'll get a good outcome. So here's just a very, very simple example. So here's a current state box score. And this was a sales opportunity. And so what the team had to do was they had to determine, we can make 120,000 more in sales. It's the variable costs are 64,000. So, the incremental profitability is 56,000. How much capacity do we need? We need, 6% more capacity. And what's the impact on our performance? And from there, a future state box score is created. And when you compare the future state to the current state, you generally see that performance is better. We've improved productivity. We've improved delivery. We've reduced cost. We've improved quality. We've reduced our inventory. Our lead time went up a little bit. Our capacity is much more balanced. We had 55.6% of non-productive capacity. Now we only have 39%. We also have more available capacity for future opportunities. And from a profitability standpoint, we're making more money. So that's just a simple example, but it's current state, incremental change, future state. You know, there's always non-financial, non-operating considerations to take into account. But, you know, this is why you want to make the decision-making process what I call visible.